Hi, everybody. It's Dr. Abby and Dr. Loretto, my
Yes.
mom. And I'm so excited because now that I have the book out, Speak Up, Knock, we want to go through some different dynamics of communication, right? And if you know my mom at all, you know she's filled with all kinds of wisdom about all kinds of random things in the whole entire world. She could go on and give you really good advice. Yeah, like yesterday we had mom tell me about your new soup that you discovered.
Oh yeah, that is the best egg drop soup with rice and 2 eggs.
So it's a little bit like lugao, which is rice,
Oh yeah,
but a little bit like egg drop soup.
yes.
So and
And the secret is with the scallion, 2 green onions.
two green onions, and how does that change it?
Oh, it it make it taste sweeter.
Sweeter. Whenever you have egg drop soup, is it really sweet? Not really, right? It's salty. Yeah. So
but
this
that
one
make it
makes
sweet.
so that's mom's great new discovery,
Yes. And I've been eating it for 3 days.
and it never gets old, right?
It's getting better by the day.
Okay, so I wanted to ask you, Mom. We've been watching like a marathon of all these Filipino movies,
Yes.
and we've been looking at all different themes like grown children not able to stick up to their parents, foreign, what is it, overseas, what is it called?
OFW,
OFW, which stands for
Overseas Foreign Workers.
yeah, and all that they do to sacrifice. Even this one guy who sent his wife to marry another guy
Yes.
so that she could send money back to the Philippines because otherwise they would starve.
That's right.
Yeah, and she says it really, really happened. So
Yeah, with the family too.
yeah. So now, I mean, you raised your children here. You've lived here in the United States for how many years?
Since 1969. But then I came early so that I can start working. And after 2 years, I pick up my husband and my daughter, and then Abby and Eugene was delivered in New York.
In New York. So you've been here for a long time, right?
Yes, more
So
than 60 years.
more. Oh my gosh, that's a long, long time. So more than 60 years you've been here in the United States, and you see that it's not exactly like there. So what advice would you have for people who are trying to understand, like, why can't, like, if someone were coming from the Philippines and they say, Doctora, you know, back in the Philippines, it's like obey, it's like do what I say, and is it like that here? So what would you say to a parent who's trying to understand how to raise their child in this different area?
Yeah, it's really different. But then the parents has to understand that their children grow up in a different environment, which they has to be adjusted, and they're adjusted to this environment in US. So they have to live with that new environment, and the parents has to agree because it is that bad. It's not bad. They're growing, they are learning a lot, and they're smarter.
They're smarter. Well, yeah. I think the biggest word you said is the word understand.
Yes.
Because maybe over there, it's like, no, I'm not, you have to just understand. You don't even have to understand, just do what I say, right?
Yeah.
And then
Don't say anything.
don't say anything, just do it, right? And now it's the time for the parents to try to understand. That's
Yes.
not normal for them. So I like one of the things you said is that they're smarter, you know,
They are.
and this is what somebody said at the NAFA conference last week. They said, hey, you guys, it was an older lady, right? She said, you guys, don't you understand? We brought our children here to the United States to become bigger and better and smarter than we were. And now that we are, why are we so shocked? Why are we so shocked? They became what we wanted them to become, and now we want them to go back and become like small again? No.
No. And right here in the United States, there's a lot of how to say it, exposure to different kinds, to the best education and the best technologies, the best books, the best professors. Like me, I have to come over here to specialize. And in the Philippines at that time, there is no specialty. You just uh, start practicing after you graduate. But in here, after you graduate, then you have to practice. You have to study again for 8 more years. So, so 4 and 4 for a specialty and for subspecialty. Yeah, because
Yeah.
before you can be an internal medicine, I have to finish the internship and 3 residency, which I did in the Philippines already. So I finished the 4 and the 4 internal medicine
Here.
here in the Philippines now.
The opportunities are totally different. I mean, there's a lady in my book, her name's Heidi.
Oh
I
yeah,
think she's the one.
Heidi.
She said that she knew she wasn't going to be able to go to college unless she majored in the one and only degree that had a scholarship. Guess what it was? You won't know. You won't ever believe it. She studied fisheries. Oh, fisheries management. She didn't care anything about that. Actually, now she's a photographer and she's a consultant and assistant for like Miss Philippines when she came here from Miss Universe. She's very glamorous and she's very an entrepreneur and a great leader and everyone loves her and who would imagine that she would be in fisheries? But she knew that a college education was important, so she did what she had to do. Just like you did all those years. So
Yes.
we take for
years.
granted that we didn't have to do fisheries. We didn't have to do 8 years of residency. So
And everything is open here. You can have the best education, you can have the best books and the best course that you like.
and professors and different colleges,
That's
choices.
right. Yeah.
A lot. Wow. Okay, so I know that one of the things that's most important to you whenever you're thinking about anything in life, whether it be your career or your job or your plan for your life, you've always taught us that God is in charge.
Amen. Yes, that
And-
is number one. And when I first came to America and I even got lost at the airport, and what I do is just pray, 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 pray. Jesus, 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 where am I going? So I asked the security guard, and then she showed me the way.
God told you to ask the security guard.
Yes, because there's nobody else.
Yeah.
God and the security guard.
Yeah. And so not just when we're lost at the airport, but when we're lost in any part of our lives,
Yes.
we always go to Jesus.
Amen.
So recently in our circles, we have experienced in the past, like 10 days, five people passing away.
Yeah.
And that is very difficult. Now, you're a doctor, so for you, this is your job. You have seen so many patients come and go. And whenever I ask you, whenever I used to tell you somebody passed away, you would always say, "Oh, she's in a better place." You
Yes.
always say that, right?
Yeah.
And so the thing is, they say death is one of the hardest things that someone could deal with. It's our brains are not programmed to take that shock, but you handle it well. So my
Yes.
question is, for these people, like my sorority sister's dad, one of the Filipino community, her husband, another one, the mother, another one, the father. Okay, so what kind of advice, based on your fortitude in this situation, what advice do you have for people?
Yeah, actually, I have been exposed. Like, I trained in a Catholic hospital, and if there is no priest or a nun who will pronounce, I pronounce. So And I talked to the family and I explained to them, well, she's in a better place. There is no more pain. There is no more suffering. And she's better off. And we're still going to that place. All of us will. And your mother is already in a happy place.
In a happy place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is the happiest place in the world. They just do singing and dancing with the angels and the archangels.
What song do they sing, Mom?
Hallelujah.
So, yeah, it's hard to think about their absence here on earth.
Yes.
But if you know and you really have, and I think it's a really test of your faith.
Yes,
Because if you
yes.
really don't believe,
Yeah.
then you will be sad. You'll be sad.
Like
Right.
me, I can say at this stage of my life, I have to be happy because I think I have done what God has asked me to do and has really shown me the way, and all my children are graduate and very happy in their profession and their grandchildren, and I'm happy and I'm ready to see the Lord. I'm ready.
And you're going to sing too, right?
Oh yes, I'm here.
Yeah. So, I mean, Mom's finishing up her practice now
Yes.
and getting ready to rest and to not, just to take it easy now.
Yeah,
Right?
like Abby said, it is a transition, and I cannot understand that. I said, what is that Abby saying? Transition. Oh yeah, I know. From earth to heaven is the
From
transition.
earth to heaven.
From earth
Well,
to
we're
heaven.
getting through the transition of from working every week to
Every
not,
day, yes.
yeah, to not working. And so this is
I'm adjusting.
you're doing a good job, Mom.
Adjusting. Yeah, I'm happy, and I am dreaming. I dreamed last night that I was in Manila Hotel having a very, very big. How do you call it? Very, very big party. My party, how do you call the? No, the party retirement biggest. My patient from the Philippines, and I know they're all from already in heaven. And my patients here all went to Manila Hotel, and I was there smiling. And I said, Lord, is this heaven?
Manila Hotel. They have Manila Hotel in heaven?
Yes.
Yeah, with lots of food
Yeah, lots of
and
food and
music
beautiful,
and the folk
nice
dancers
people.
and a real
Yeah.
shower.
Yeah, real shower, hot water.
Yeah, that's a nice dream, Mom.
Yeah,
I
it
wanna-
was, and I was sitting in a big, big chair, and right here on my right are my patients from New York, and right here from the Philippines.
Tell me
And
about.
they both came together. Oh, the doctor, my doctor. He's my doctor for 50 years. Oh, this is my doctor for 60 years. Oh, this is my doctor for 40 years. And I'm
You've
happy.
been a lot of
And I'm
people's
happy.
doctor.
I said, Lord, where am I? Am I in heaven?
Wow.
I didn't cry
Okay.
in my dream. I did not. I'm
That's
happy
good
in
to
my
think
dream.
about.
I see Abigail here preparing all the decorations, the food and everything, and Mary and Eugene and all my grandchildren. And that is
They're
the
all there.
happiest.
What were you wearing? Do you know what you were wearing?
Oh yeah,
What?
the butterfly dress of Imelda Marcos, and it is light blue.
Light blue.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's light blue.
Wow.
It's light blue, but with all the sequins and everything. It is a grandiose occasion. It's more than a wedding, because that is forever. That's eternity.
Yeah.
And wedding can be finished. Everything can be
Yeah.
finished here on earth, but that is eternity. And I'm happy I see the Lord. Wow,
Yeah, so
I
the
see
way-
my parents, I see my husband.
Yeah, that feeling is the
Yeah.
feeling that our loved ones who have gone are having right now in Manila Hotel in the Philippines. In
Yes.
heaven.
In
In heaven.
Yeah. I was thinking, I said, Lord, is this heaven? Yes, this is heaven.
So before we go, I love that picture. Before we go, we're gonna go for now because there are a lot of more things to add next time. Okay. Before we go, I want you to just tell us your favorite quote that you want to tell everybody all the time. Yeah, do you know?
The one that I wore before.
This one. Tell everybody your favorite quote.
Oh, start with Jesus, stay with Jesus, and succeed with Jesus. Every time there is an occasion, birthday, my children got married, and my grandchildren, I say that.
So the 3 S's.
3 S's.
Thanks, Mom.
Welcome.
Okay.
We'll do it again.
We'll
It's
do
to
it
be
again.
continued.
To be continued.